Welcome to Fall Ritual Haunted Attraction Video Reviews 2021. Today, I'm going to talk about Frightland in Middletown, Delaware. Frightland has 8 attractions there and probably one of the biggest entertainment midway areas I've seen at a haunt. Tickets you can get online or at the ticket booth. They do have a VIP option, and depending on what time you get there, the VIP is highly recommended. We went on a Sunday night. They opened at 6. We got there at 5:30, and it's a good thing we got there so early. By the time they opened at 6 o'clock, the line was already like wrapped around twice and out into the parking lot. So it's a place that gets very, very busy. So when you get there, you're going to go through a security checkpoint. And once you get through that, it doesn't cost anything to get into the entertainment area. So if you just want to go there to hang out, play games, eat food, it doesn't cost to do that. It does cost to go on the rides. But when you get your ticket for the attraction, they're going to give you a wristband, and that wristband gets you on all the rides, and it is unlimited rides for the price. It's $40 to do all 8 attractions, and then that $40 also includes all the rides. Now, if you just wanted to go there and just do the rides and not the attractions, I believe that's $25, and you get unlimited rides. So once you go through this checkpoint, and if you're going through the attractions, you have to go to the ticket booth, even if you bought your tickets online, because you need to trade your tickets in for a ticket that looks like that. Once you go through that, you're going to go through the gift shop, which is a really cool gift shop. They got a lot of cool stuff and some really cheap stuff. I think their t-shirts are only like $10 or something like that. So definitely check out that gift shop as you're going through it. The first thing you're going to do, and they tell you to do this in order, is the Hayride. So you're going to go through the Hayride line, and when it's your turn, they're going to put you in almost like these little stalls, these little corral type stalls, and you get to sit there. So at one point, you're just sitting there waiting to go on the hayride, which is nice that you can actually sit. And I believe that at one point, even when you're not at the stall, there were actually benches placed throughout the line. So if when the lines get really long and you start to get tired, I believe I saw benches. So that's pretty cool that they allow you to sit depending on where you are. And like I said, you're going to be sitting while you wait to get onto the hayride. The wagon itself, you're sitting on benches, so you're not actually sitting in hay or on hay bales. They do have some hay up the aisle, but where you're sitting are actual benches. This is a great hayride. I like this hayride a lot. I was really blown away last year by it. Definitely one of the best, my favorite scenes, and the highlight is the Egyptian mummy scene, just because you don't really see that often or anywhere at a haunt or on a hayride. Definitely a cool scene. The amusement park scene was really cool, which they had this old looking roller coaster and a Ferris wheel, and it's kind of looked like this decrepit carnival amusement park. That was great. This hayride has a lot of animatronics, which was cool to see, and a lot of skeletons. I didn't really pick up on that last year when I went through, but this year, tons and tons of skeletons, a lot of scenes with a lot of skeletons, which was really cool to see. So after the hayride, you're going to go through the Ravenwood Cemetery. That is an outside walkthrough trail. Lots of animatronics on that one. Not as many actors on it, but it was a really cool trail to walk through. You get to see all the animatronics, see all the props, see the sets. Um, Through that, you're gonna go to Fear. I would say that these two, the Ravenwood Cemetery and the Fear, are pretty much the same. You could really say that Frightland has 7 attractions, because if you don't see that little sign that says now entering Fear, you're just going to assume this is one big trail. Because Fear is another walkthrough trail, and like the title suggested, it definitely plays with your fears. You'll see a lot of spider rooms, clowns, snakes. One point looks like you're kind of being like buried alive. So they definitely have the whole thing set up to people's certain fears. After that, you're going to go to the Ghost Town scene, the Ghost Town attraction, which was probably one of my favorite. I thought this one was awesome just because you don't see it. It's kind of like this whole Old West type scene. You're gonna go through like the like the double door, and walk into like a saloon with like the double doors you got to push through. The bartender there was just awesome. Um, I believe he called me a pansy, which I just had to laugh. I love when actors, call me names. I've been called so many names throughout all the attractions I've been through, and I just always like hearing what name I'm going to be called, because it's always entertaining and interesting. Pansy, I believe, was a new one. I added that to the list of names I've been called, but that bartender at the saloon was awesome. Just all the scenes there in the ghost town were cool. You're gonna walk through like this old like bank. It's just really well done. You don't see like a ghost town Old West often at haunted attractions, so definitely one that stands out. After the ghost town, you're gonna go to the barn. The barn is really, really unique, really cool. I believe, at least what it sounded like, there was only one actor in the entire barn, and you never saw him. And it just from like his voice, because he's just talking to you and yelling at you, and it just sounds like from like the first scene to the last scene, it was the same person. Which I thought was just like, how is this guy like going from scene to scene to scene? You don't see him, all you do is hear him. I thought that was really awesome. There's also one point in the barn where you're like inside like this giant like the silo, and you just look up and there's all these lights and everything. It's just really, really cool that you're inside because you can see the silo on the outside. So to be in it is definitely awesome. After the barn, you're going to go to the attic. The attic is another one of my favorite attractions there. The entire thing, not the entire thing, the ending isn't, but the whole thing is majority pitch black. And then you just can't see anything. And it's very tight, sharp turns. There's actors in there. There's things touching you. And you just cannot see at all. And you're just kind of like feeling around. Which brings up the question, like, when you go through an area where you can't see, is it better to feel the walls or, not be able to feel where you're going? And they definitely play with both of those aspects. The attic, you can feel it's very tight. There's another part in the zombie prison where you just can't see anything and you can't even feel anything. But I'll get to that later. The attic, once you kind of get out of the pitch black, the use of mirrors in there is really cool, because you almost scare yourself. You're walking through and like you just get to like parts where there's mirrors and you think there's an actor there, but it's really you, and so you're kind of scaring yourself, which is really unique. And the whole thing ends with the vortex, like that little bridge you walk on with the wall spinning, which is really cool. After that, you're going to go to Idahos Manor. The manor is, God, the manor is awesome. There's some awesome rooms. There were great actors in there. It is it's a very scary, very intense house. Yeah, you have to walk through. It's not an easy one. Just you're just gonna walk through it. There's a lot going on. There's stuff on the floor. There's stuff on the wall. Stuff on the ceiling. Just everywhere. You're just getting, things are coming out of just every direction. So it's definitely one of those like more intense houses to walk through. After the manor, you're gonna hit the zombie prison. Um, the amount of lights and fog that they use in this prison is just unbelievable. This is where you're gonna get to the point you're just walking and all you see is this light coming at you and it's nothing but fog. You have no idea where you're walking and you can't feel anything. And to me, I think that's more terrifying than being in a dark area, in a dark, tight area where you can feel the walls. The fact that I couldn't feel anything, I had no idea where I was going. To me, that's more scary than tight spaces. Um, I thought the actors were great in it. I love the fact that they were, yeah, it's zombie themed, but they're all wearing like the black and white striped prison outfits, which was cool. I mean, it's called Zombie Prison, so you expect to see that. So it was definitely awesome to see that. It's a really really intense one. Like I said, with the lights and the fog and the strobes and the loud sounds, it's it's one that you're gonna get the most intense. They saved that for the last. Once you're done that, once you're done all 8, like I said, this is one of the biggest entertainment midway areas I've ever seen. And this year, everything is open. All the rides are open. All the games are open. Tons and tons of food vendors. I mean, you can get any type of food, like the carnival style food. Except for donuts, they didn't have donuts for some reason. Tons and tons of photo ops there. They even have signs that say photo ops. So there is just so much to do. I mean, you could literally spend hours at this place going through all the attractions, doing all the rides. Like I said, once you get your wristband, it is unlimited rides. So you could ride those, you could ride the Ferris wheel, 20 times if you wanted to. The one thing I wish they had, and I understand this is 2021 and it's just so hard to get people to work and so hard to get actors. I wish they had some actors roaming around the entertainment midway area to get pictures with, but like I said, it's just so hard this year to get actors. So I think all the actors they do have working, they're just gonna put inside the attraction. But it would have been cool to have like 1 or 2 actors walking around. Um, but this place is awesome. I love Frightland. I love going there. It was great to see everything open. Go check them out. Frightland, Middletown, Delaware. Check this place out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe to this new channel. This is my new The Fall Ritual channel. This is where you're going to see all new videos and updates. Thank you.